Hi.
Tell me a little about yourself and your business.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my name's Davina. I run my own business called Naissance Marketing, and Naissance is actually French for birth because that means something to me. I kind of changed career after having my son. My background is in journalism and writing. I still do that, so it's a transferable skill for my clients who need copywriting. And also working as a journalist, I know what makes the news, so that's handy as well. So yeah, I've built my business over the past 2.5 years. Moved to Bangor last year, and I've just built up a roster of clients from all walks of different businesses. A lot to do in the kind of the health and well-being side. Uh, but yeah, I'm trying to diversify as much as possible. But yeah, I offer digital marketing, I offer copywriting, SEO optimization, blogging, and kind of just mentoring, consulting, helping people get visible on social media.
Fantastic. And tell me, who would be your ideal customer?
Yeah, I think it's somebody who really knows what they want to achieve, because I think everybody wants to be on social, but they don't really they don't have a strategy in place. So I like working, I love working with solo entrepreneurs like me, who don't have the time, simply don't have the capacity for social. And in my field, I mean, I've always loved working in journalism, or sorry, I've always loved working in the lifestyle, women's health. I'm a little bit activist when it comes to women's health issues. Anything in the health arena, whether that's to do, nutrition or, the postnatal periods or mental health, is all very interesting to me. But at the same time, I like to have some fun. So I've taken on a new client, their craft beer. So that'll be fun. And I also have another client, Bouncy Castle. So it's very varied. But I just like a client who that are a bit of fun, that don't take life too seriously. But they know what they want, because a lot of people want to be on social, but it's just too much of a hectic road to go down, and they just don't even want to think about it. So when somebody comes to me and says, right, this is what I want, can you help me? Then at least I know what I have to do.
Fantastic. And of all the actions you've taken because of the pandemic, are there any that will remain part of your business?
Yeah. I think whenever the pandemic sort of hit me, just in terms of clients, not being able to afford me because marketing was the first thing to go. And they just had to, direct their budget in different ways. But I think, yeah, because I never really marketed myself, which sounds bananas as a marketer, but I was getting a lot of word of mouth, and that was to help me build my business. But then when some of that fell away, I realized I didn't have a backup. So it's really, for me, I've been spending much more time in marketing myself locally, and getting more local clients, because with local clients, you get that referral rate, which is much better than, because people start to get to know you. Whereas with client, yes, I got a lot of clients in England and so on, but they don't really know you. Whereas if you have someone local who knows you, can recommend you, then the work shouldn't dry up, So I think that's one thing I've learned, and just to protect myself better financially. Drawing up SLAs and just making sure I have that level of financial protection for myself and my family, because it kind of just started out almost like it was something to do, something to earn money, but then it became a business, and then you start like, okay, so I have to start acting like a business. Yeah.
And what would you say is your biggest learning since becoming a business owner?
Oh, I think it's very important to be resilient and know that there's going to be highs and lows, and to not give up, because even in the short amount of time I have been running my business, there have been times where I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue because of the stress. So I think it's just looking after yourself, looking after your own headspace, so you can give the best of you to your clients, but also look after yourself, because it's so easy to become overwhelmed, dealing with multiple, dealing with lots of clients, dealing with lots of social media accounts, it's a lot. And then as well as that, as a business, you're always looking for new business because you need to be generating that business all the time. And I've got a little 4-year-old and it's a juggle, but it's fun. When it's good, it's really good.
And what would you say, Davina, is the most inspiring to you today?
Who has been inspiring to me?
What inspires you the most?
Oh, what inspires me? I think other business people inspire me. I think LinkedIn is a really great platform for, to see people who are earning 6 figures or more and just to see what makes them tick. And, I like getting involved in the local community. There was a social media savvy event in Belfast the other week I went, which was great. So it's just learning from other people, other women inspire me. So it's kind of like, see what they're doing and I want to do it as well. But then inspiration can come from anywhere, really. But I think for me, I like to see, it's good to see people do well. It's good to see women do well. And if they can do it, I can do it.
Fantastic. And what advice, if it were possible, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
I would say to follow your gut in terms of what you want to do. I wouldn't say I wasted 15 years of my career, but I certainly just stayed at a level, and I knew that it was not my life's purpose. And then, sometimes like people get to where they need to be at different times. And for me, this is my time. But if I was 18, because the career advice was rubbish back whenever I was getting it, it was just, what do you want to do? I'm like, oh, well, I want to be a barrister and, be a barrister in New York. That's what I want to, but like, that's not achievable. Well, then maybe it is achievable, but it's fantasy, really. So, I was always very creative. And I knew that, somewhere in the arts or somewhere in the creative industries was what I was going to be good at. But went down the journalism route, which was fine, but I never kind of got through the glass ceiling with it. I wish I had have gone into marketing whenever I was in my 20s and like 20 years on where I could be. So follow your heart. It sounds a cliche, but I think young people are much more savvy these days. So I think it is important to get some experience in what you want to do and then go and do it.
Some great tips there, some great tips. And are there any offers or anything that you would like us to include in the newsletter at all?
Yes, well, I mentioned that the offering a half an hour free consultation. So that's good for people that kind of maybe small businesses or like small brands who either just need some creative ideas to help grow, or somebody who maybe doesn't have time for social but knows that they need to do it for their business. So I am offering that, but I probably could have offered other things as well, but I didn't think too much about it. But I'm happy. I'm very happy to offer that, and just to get that out more, that would be cool.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. It's like Davina Gordon, of Naissance Marketing. Thanks very much. Great to hear about your business, and thanks for sharing.